Hey guys, Riothouse here, and welcome back to another episode of Dwarf Fortress. And today is a beautiful Sunday afternoon where I'm at right now. It's kind of warm outside, but I'm going to spend most of the day, the rest of the day and the evening, inside playing a little bit of Dwarf Fortress. So today I don't really have any plans on what we're going to be doing. We're just going to go ahead and play and keep up with the fortress. Make sure all the dwarves are tasked and busy, and maybe throw some dwarves into the military today as well. That's something that we can do, actually. But also, I believe that we have traders. Human traders have arrived. What is this outside? A couple copper arrows here. Let's go ahead and claim those. Try to keep as many of those in our stockpile as possible. And we even have, look at that, guys. Silver bolt laying outside. Yep, the dwarves will be using that stuff, and unfortunately they don't go back and pick it up, the hunters. So every once in a while you gotta go out there and tell them that it's not forbidden for you to pick this up. You can go out there and grab it yourself. And they've been doing a good job, though. There's quite a few yaks out there. That's just a yak skeleton, though. They never actually picked it up, so it'll probably just rot away. Water buffalo and bone bolts. Yeah, we made that one. We made it. What is this over here in the water? A green tree frog. Alright. Tree frogs. Yep. Oh, dog bone bolts. Yeah, you can tell our hunters have been all over the place. Look at all the blood right here. Kangaroo blood everywhere. Lots of bronze bolts. This is where he shot it to pieces. Finished off the prey right here. See, it was just bleeding all over the place when he did it. Anything up here? Yeah. Man, he was all over the place. I forget who our hunter is. Forget who that is. What's all this? Dense fescue grasses. Cotton grass. Here's another kill area, as you can see. Silver bolts, lots of blood all over the place. And the blood will pretty much stay out there. Perpetually, forever. At least outside. And there's a bunch of kangaroos right there. So our hunter will more than likely go out there and try to catch those guys. Those kangaroos. Look at them. Look at them. I wonder if any of them are injured. Nope. They're all okay. If I were them, I wouldn't want to be around this area at all. They haven't learned the dangers of being next to our fortress. Limu Laban, the golden construct, and our excellent hunters. I wonder if we did any hunting on this side of the mountain. Not really. The mountain slope on this side is very steep, as you can see. Gosh, it goes all the way up to 149, so 9 levels above where our fortress is at right now. Okay, so let's see here. Give me a moment. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at our military, and we're going to figure out who gets to go into the military, and I do believe that we'll go ahead and request the trader there. We'll start moving goods there as soon as we get this military figured out. Alright, so we'll be right back. Alrighty then, welcome back. Let's go ahead and take a look at Dwarf Therapist here. And here are our dwarves. And you can see Kev the Rev, I believe he's one of our hunters, so he has some proficiency as a March Dwarf and Archer. I don't think we're going to take him off that duty as a hunter. We're not going to put him into the melee unit, basically. So, and we don't really have at the moment a good location to utilize our ranged combat with the fortress. That's something that we're going to have to fix now. In my past fortresses, I used to build castles on the surface, and we'd have ramparts, and that's ideal for ranged units, to have them a level up with fortifications, and they can shoot down upon their enemies. And that's something that we're going to need to create for this fortress. So, considering that, probably the next Let's Play or so, I'll go ahead and come up with an idea for outside fortifications. Maybe just a tower near the gate, maybe 1 or 2 towers, or some strategically placed towers that can be reached from inside the fortress through underground tunnels with no surface entrance. That would be kind of cool to have like little bunkers popping out of the mountain all over the place with Mark Dwarves stationed on duty, 2 Mark Dwarves per station. That would be kind of cool. But for now we need to get our melee unit all up and ready. So let's go ahead and choose a few dwarves here. I believe that we're going to go ahead and choose Wither Soul. You're going to go into the melee unit. Little M&M, you are as well. Blitzkrieg, you're going to go in. I know you're a siege engineer, but you're still going in. Donnie Lee Roth, I believe you're going to go in. Let's go to your labors here, Donnie Lee. I pretty much have all of your stuff disabled, and you were a farmer, or a dyer. So you're a crossbow maker. Okay, so let's start with Donnie Lee Roth. Let's get him into the military. There you are. And then the next guy. Blitzkrieg. There you are. And then the next guy. Kev the Rev. We'll leave you as a hunter since you're the only really good hunter out there. Little M&M, you're going in. You're a gem setter. Really. Let's look at your skill real quick, because we are actually using gem setting. You're a rather good gem setter. In fact, you're the fortress's only good gem setter. So, actually, I don't want you to go into the military now, that I think of it. Let's look at Merp. I think he was qualified. Merp is actually one of our miners, so no, we won't have Merp go into the military either. It's too bad. Okay, let's go down the list yet again. Let's look. Let's see here. Malka. You don't have any skill, but we could train you up. You are our tanner, though. You're our only trained tanner. Never mind. Okay, let's keep going down the list. Wither Soul. Alright, let's check out your skills, Wither Soul. Armoring. Blacksmithing. You're our metal guy, so no, you're not. You're our metal worker, Wither Soul. You will not be going into the military. Your skills are far too valuable, equipping the dwarves with armor. Let's see here. We do have some of the new migrants. Balodil and Exodius, perhaps. Let's look at their skills here. HT Viper, no, you're a doctor. Exodius, you're also a very good tanner with some milling abilities and cooking and pressing. And I believe animal care. You know what? Balodil and Exodius, yeah, you're both going into the military. So there's Exodius. Let's go find Balodil. The fish dissector. And then we need one more person for the military now. So let's take a look at what we have. And it doesn't have to be anybody particularly skilled. In fact, I'd rather have somebody not skilled at anything. Such as Zahal here. He's one of our farmers. Alright, we'll put Zahal in the military here. Okay. Another fish cleaner. Alright, so there's our military now, guys. I know a lot of you guys want to be put into the military. I'm just taking the people I feel that are best suited for the military. Okay, so we have 10 dwarves now. They're all ready for the military. That's good. Okay, now with that unit's going to be nice and beefed up. It's going to be a very large unit. 10 dwarves. Alright, good, good, good. And then the next thing we need to do is get ready for trade. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's move some goods to to the trade depot, shall we? Alright, so let's take a look. They want glass, right? So let's move our gem bins over there. Let's move finished goods bin. We don't have a lot of finished goods. I thought we would have more. Take that one as well. You know, we do have a lot of food. I suppose we could trade some of our food with them. Like the cow's milk barrel, but no. Let's see. I think the main problem that we had for our metal goods is that we need more charcoal. So we've been making it. We need lots of it, lots more. And speaking of which, we're probably going to need to chop down some trees here. So let's go ahead and do that. You know what, maybe we're all out of smelted sphalerite. We could be. We could be out of zinc bars. Let's look at our stocks. I really wish they had this so you can do a search. Oh well. It's time consuming trying to find individual items. We sure do have a lot of animals now. I think we need to do something about our animal population here, at least our kitten population. Let's put a bunch of kittens up for slaughter. Let's see here. We don't really need more than 2 kittens, guys. Or 2 cats, rather, sorry. Alright. So that's good. So many animals out there. Look how quickly they eat everything. So let's actually make another pasture over here. And let's go ahead and move some of the animals to this pasture, like Billy and the nanny goats. Alrighty then. Okay, Asin Zanoracle, I'm your liaison from the Mountain Homes. Let's discuss your situation here. Very well. Let's do this. Look at all those guys. Here they come. What requests do you have of our merchants? Okay. Requests, probably one of the most important things we're going to need is iron bars. Copper bars would be really nice. Yeah, mostly bars. Mostly bars. What else would we need? We'll take seeds so we can maximize our farms quickly. Don't really need anvils. We do need weapons though. So let's go ahead and put a priority on weapons. And armor is very important as well. We'll pay a premium for some ammo as well. And yeah, so let's look at... I'll be okay with mail shirts, breastplates, not dresses. Helms, gauntlets, high boots, leggings and greaves, why not? And shields. And then we can always use your wine and some cheese, taper cheese if you can. And let's see here. Gypsum plaster. Oops. And we can actually make dimple dye. Dimple dye is a blue dye extracted from dimple cups, which are like blue spotted mushrooms. Okay, so that's good. That's what we want. Mostly hard metals to make weapons and armor with. I want to take a look at what we are actually cooking in the kitchen, cooking with. Okay, so we have all this tallow. Fisherberry wine, sewer brew, Longland beer. I don't want to cook with that. Prickleberry wine, don't want to cook with that. Fisherberries. Let's just... Prickleberries and fisherberries we just want to brew, okay? In fact, we don't have a lot of stuff that we brew with, to tell you the truth. Okay. So here come the wagons. That's good. Oh yeah, let me explain to you guys here. Alright, so this silver bolt on the ground, you see it has parentheses around it. The parentheses dictate that this item was not created at our fortress, so it's a foreign object. It's an object that was created somewhere else. When you see those brackets, that means the item is forbidden, okay? So you can tell that this item is forbidden and it's not, it wasn't made in our fortress. So you want to remove the brackets if you want to recover an object, okay? But I think that's interesting because then we can tell if it was made here or not, you know, if it belongs to us or if it was brought here, bought, whatever. You know what? I'm gonna have them start smoothing out this entire area right here now. It's time. Time to make this hall look awesome. You can see our total created wealth is over 200,000 dwarf bucks, so, and rising. Alright, so I think they went ahead and brought all the goods here. We have the trader requested. I forget who the broker is, though. Donnie Lee Roth. Didn't I just put you in the military? Alright, Donnie. Well, I'm gonna have to take you out of the military now. In fact, let's go to you. There you are, you're getting a bite of food. Something, eating something. Alright, so now we can trade. Okay, so let's see what they have here. They have bismuth bronze bars, that's good. Let's buy that. They have charcoal, good. Good. So plenty of new bars for us to use there. That's very good. I have a lot of blocks. We don't need blocks. Let's take a look at what we have available to trade with. Oh yeah, you can see all the figurines are really going to sell well here. Okay, so this is good. Let's go down our list here. Oh wow, we have so much stuff to trade, you guys. We've been saving it up. Alright, here's a zinc bracelet. Look at these items that we're creating here. Finely crafted zinc bracelet. This object menaces with spikes of superior quality amber opal. So we're really pumping up the value of our goods by combining our raw materials into more complex trade items. So just with the zinc bracelet here, we can buy a shit ton of stuff, you know. So let's go ahead and buy up all their wood. It's very cheap, and we don't have to chop it down ourselves. Alright. And just with this bracelet, we're able to buy all this stuff. It's awesome. Now, here's some things that we could melt down, like this bismuth bronze harp. Here's a steel flask. We won't be melting that. Here's something that's interesting. Dwarven, the clothes that your dwarves wear will eventually degrade, and, you know, they're not usable anymore. They have holes in them, rips and tears and stuff. You need to start replacing them. And dwarves who are running around the fortress naked because they're wearing tatters are going to be very angry. So eventually you're going to need to create a textile industry in your fortress or start purchasing clothes for your dwarves to wear. Alright, so let's go down the list here. Copper toy hammer. We'll buy that to melt down. There's a drake. I don't think it's tamed though. Oh, it is. A stray drake. It's tamed. There's 2 of them here. They're both males, so let's buy them. Here's a copper cage we can melt. Here's a inferior copper cage. I think that's what that is. Oh, it's well crafted. Well crafted copper cage. We'll buy that to melt. Here's another one. This one's just a normal copper cage. Yeah, copper cage. Some dwarven rum. We'll buy that because we get the barrel as well. Here's another dwarven rum barrel. A dwarven beer and wine barrel. Here's a syrup barrel. That's used for food. Beer and ale. Wine. Ant ichor? That sounds disgusting. Yeah, pass. We'll buy that. Helmet snake. We'll buy this. We'll buy that empty barrel, this empty barrel. Taper's milk. Yeah. Now, Dwarf Fortress is interesting in that it treats milk not as a drink, but as food. So keep that in mind. If your dwarves are dying of thirst, and all you have in the fortress is milk, they will not drink it to satisfy their thirst, only their hunger. Alright, so there's that. Here's a cow's milk barrel. These barrels are so cheap, we might as well buy them. And then the ones with booze in them are even better. We'll buy some buckets. Better to buy it than just to use up our limited wood. We don't have a lot of wood on this map here. Here's a normal iron pick. I think I'll buy that. Okay, then here are the weapons. Okay, so let's go ahead and get all these weapons. Battle axe. I think this is a mace. Yeah, this is a nice mace. Let's see here. Here's a copper short sword. It's encrusted with quartzite cabochons. A bismuth bronze pick. A well-crafted copper mace. A bronze warhammer. A bismuth bronze battle axe. You can already see it's getting quite expensive here, but I think we'll be able to afford all this. Here's a steel spear. A bismuth bronze spear. A steel mace. A bronze mace. Here's a silver crossbow. We can make wooden crossbows. There's a bronze crossbow. Here's a copper breastplate. That's good. There's 1 copper low boots. 2 bismuth bronze low boots. More copper low boots. Bronze, copper, bronze. Okay, well, let's see if we can start affording all this, though. Okay. So, the marble crowns, yes, we'll trade them all this stuff. In fact, we'll probably just trade them the whole bin. Yep. Let's go ahead and trade these guys, just the whole bin. So that's all going to get traded. Here's a gem bin. Worth 5,000. Quite a bit in this bin right here. But actually, these are all opals that we want to use to encrust. Here's a finished goods bin here. Okay. We can trade that finished goods bin. And I suppose we can go ahead and pick up some cheaper copper shields, right? So we need helmets. There's an iron helmet. Bronze gauntlet, right gauntlet. Copper, right and left. They have sweet pod seeds. Here's gypsum powder. We need that. Okay. So they're still going to take a loss here. Alright, let's go up our list here. Maybe we can get rid of some of those super expensive items. Like this steel mace. Yeah. Alright, so that pretty much is all the armor and weapons. We bought a lot of weapons, so I think we'll have more than enough weapons for a while now. And then you can see that they have bolts, stuff like that. We have plenty of iron anvils now though, so we're good. They have plenty of food, but we're also good on food. Here they have some copper greaves. Two of them. Huh. Some really expensive greaves here. Here's another set. Large serrated bismuth bronze disc. That's a trap. Enormous steel corkscrew. Menacing iron spike. Yeah, that'd be fun for traps. And that's it. Alright, so let's go ahead and cover the difference here with some trade, if we can. Trade them that nearly empty bin. We can trade them this empty bin as well. Might as well. I think we're trading him everything that's in this bin right here. Yep. And this is the very expensive opal bin that we're not trading. We can trade... Let's go ahead and trade several of these amber opals here. Alright, let's see if they take this. This is a pretty fair trade here. Alright, so they accepted the trade. So I think our broker's starting to get better. Donnie Lee Roth, you're getting better at brokering. And that was a big purchase right there, guys. Lots and lots of stuff right there. So Donnie Lee, you're not going to go back into the military. In fact, let's go ahead and find your a replacement, since you are our broker. Let's look at skilled dwarves here. We have an uber successful fish cleaner here named Norse Knight. Alright, Norse Knight. What else? What other skills do you have here? Yeah, Norse Knight, you're going into the military, bucko. We don't really need fish cleaners. Your fishing days are over. You've been drafted. There you are at the top. Alright, so that is everybody. Now, and we did our trading. That's awesome. And I'm going to set up this stockpile here. Make it custom. This is going to be for... all that jazz right there. And then we can take it out of this stockpile, because it's really filling up the stockpile here. Alright, so they can move that. Okay, so now our military should be better equipped. I doubt that they're going to be excellent or fully equipped. There's 10 of them. We did not buy enough armor sets to fill out for 10, maybe for 2 dwarves, if that. So we'll probably have 2 to 3 fully armored dwarves, or a ragtag group of slightly armored dwarves with varied weapons. And yeah, fun and exciting nevertheless though. Now I did dig down here and look, we were starting to hit quartzite. Now quartzite, I'm going to do some research on it, but I believe quartzite has totally different mineral types inside of it. So we might start some mine branching here. And you can see it has galena. And I think galena, I don't want to give any incorrect information, but I think galena, here's some galena. Let's just look at it. Yeah, silver and lead. So we're hitting silver veins, which means very profitable ores down here that we can turn into silver objects. So that's very good. Okay. So we'll probably actually have these guys continue to mine down while we're at it. Might as well. So up downstairs are stairway I. Yeah, let's go ahead and have our guys mine ever deeper. Okay. And if we're lucky, we'll hit a cavern and hopefully not get a bazillion enemies rushing up into our fortress. Okay, so that's it for this Let's Play, guys. We're pretty much done trading. Probably in the next Let's Play, they'll ask us, they'll show us what they want, and they'll go over the final trade agreements, stuff like that. This is the one trade caravan that I really am waiting for, because this is when we get a lot of awesome objects from our homeland, basically. Things that we're definitely going to need and tailored to what we ask for. So the second trip from this caravan here is always worthwhile. You can see we got plenty of good stuff out of trade with them. Okay, and what else? One of the things that I'd like to do, we've been importing a lot of wealth into this area. I would like to start exporting wealth. I think that would be pretty cool. That way when we do start adventure mode, we might see objects created by this fortress out in the world. That would be pretty cool. So I definitely want to be have this fortress be a manufacturer of wealth, and they export it with very little imports. Okay guys, well, I'm Riothouse. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you guys in the next Let's Play.